So I'm gonna just do an intro for the people that are gonna join in for the replay. But my name is Soleil. You already know that. Welcome back to my channel. Just wanted to check in and do a quick chit chat with y'all. Quick chit chat with y'all. I just got a text. Sorry. Oh, I forgot to text her back. But yeah, I want to check in with y'all, see how y'all doing. I am sitting in my garden, recommuning with my garden, cause girl, it's been a minute. And if I flip this over and show y'all what it looks like death. We got to bring her back. So the first order of business before I even attempt to try to bring her back is to just recommune with her. Let her know I'm back and I'm gonna be up in here and we gonna get it together. But literally everything is turned into twigs. So I'm just gonna wait for a couple of y'all to join in. If you are landing on this channel by happenstance and you're new here, again, my name is Soleil. And this is my channel, girl. We have a community here called the SolTribe, as you can see on my necklace. And girl, I just bought this shirt from Target, and I got an extra small. And these, I might be extra small, but these shoulders ain't extra small. It's looking real tight. Um, but anyway, y'all, my friends, my good girlfriends, aka my Soul Tribe. So that's the community that we have built here, and yeah, we this channel is a channel for women on the grow. It's inspiration for women on the grow. And we talk about things, all things healing, authenticity, growth, love, life, transformation, authenticity. I think I said it already. Self-actualization, all the fields, all the things that make us human, right? But there's a level of transparency here on this channel that you don't see very often on YouTube anymore. There's a small community of people that literally just get on here and they are themselves. But a large part of the good morning, Queen Hawat. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, beautiful. Yeah, there's a large community on here that is caught up with the glitz and the glam and picture perfect, but that's not what we do here. So I just wanted to, express myself and have a place to come to connect with like-minded people, like-hearted people, and just talk about things that we all experience. Like I'm not one of those people that covers up my life and act like things are a way that they are not. So this channel is just a place that we can connect, and I can inspire you guys, and in turn, y'all do the same thing for me. So I just wanted to chat about a couple quick things this morning. Not nothing too particular, but I mean there are some things swirling around in my head that I wouldn't mind touching on. So I'm about to take a shot of this ginger. It's got coconut water, pineapple juice, ginger juice, lemon juice, and ground cayenne. So I just want to start my day off with this. I've already been up for a few hours, but it's time to get it going. Like I'm in a real, I don't want to say somber mood, but like preserving my energy, so to speak. So we just gonna pop this open. I actually got this from Aldi, and y'all know that's my store. So cheers. Clink, clink, clink. Like my son be saying, chill, mommy, chill. I like to savor the flavor before it goes down, so taste all of the flavors. Like I said, coconut water, pineapple, the ginger, very subtle lemon, and definitely taste the cayenne. I can see it in here too. But y'all, one of the first things I wanted to talk about is centering yourself. Like the last week or so, I have been having a time, not a bad time, not a tough time, just an interesting time. So today, what I'm doing is working on recentering myself, because I consider myself to be a very logical woman. But, women are, some people say we're more ruled by our emotions when you talk about men and women. But honestly, we can talk about that another day too. But men are really, really ruled by their emotions as well. They just, it shows up differently in women. We're more outwardly expressive with our emotions than men. But, so don't let nobody lie to y'all and tell you that men are not emotional, honey. It might not show up in the way that it looks for us, But yes, they are. They have emotions. Hey, thanks for the likes. Live chat. Oh, messages. Okay. So yeah, I've been in my bag. I've been too in my emotions, and I don't like it, especially when it's not being reciprocated, and I'm like more in my emotions than another person is. If there's like two people involved in a situation, so yeah, recentering myself. That's what we're doing today. Sometimes we can go AWOL and we be doing too much, and it's up to us to know ourselves, and when we're doing that, um, to bring ourselves back down. Cause not everybody has a friend circle or a counselor like I do to help me bring it back. So one of the things that we are responsible for is self-regulation. And I don't think enough people talk about that. Like, we glorify being reckless these days, and that ain't cool. Y'all, let me show y'all this snack that I got from Aldi too. Just a one-off, because I don't eat stuff like this typically, but I was craving something sweet. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's something German that came from their store out in Germany, because it's like Aldi is like, I think, German based or something like that. But it's called Knoppers, and it's a 5-layer wafer bar with milk and hazelnut creamy filling. So the ingredients are, let's see what it got up in here. Sugar, vegetable oils from palm and shea, non-fat dry milk, wheat flour, hazelnuts, whole wheat flour, cocoa processed with alkali, butter fat, contains less than 2% of cocoa, wheat starch, soy lecithin, whey, is that how you say that? Dry cream, salt, natural flavors, and then sodium bicarbonate, and also peanut butter. I don't know why I picked this up, but it looked good. It didn't look like it was too sweet, and I had one for the first time last night, and it wasn't that bad. So I'm actually just trying to get one of these off of here, because they are delicious. And then I'm going to follow it up with something healthy. I got some cashews, some salt and pepper cashews. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to talk with you about how I'm choosing to recenter myself. So boundaries. I know we've talked about this a couple times on my channel, but that's what I'm doing. I literally had to take up space for myself and just recenter and honestly get back to God, because child, we be forgetting about him in the process sometimes, and we can't do that. Let me show y'all what this looks like. So just praying, getting in touch, talking, asking for guidance, asking to stay in his will. Hey JoJo. So that's what I mean by getting back to God in those moments when you need to recenter. Where your comment go? My ex-mother-in-law ate those a lot. I remember her buying them consistently. I've never seen these in the store literally until the other day when I was at Aldi. It's good. It's not too sweet. Not too sweet at all. So I like it. It's different. Will I buy these all the time? No, because I don't really be eating stuff like this all the time, but just wanted to treat myself to a little sugar. Every now and then, that's okay. Not consistently, not every day. And I'm really confused by this whole does sugar go on your grits debacle. Because black people, sugar don't supposed to go on your food. That shouldn't even be a conversation in 2021. That's why everybody got diabetes. But I'm going to get off my box. Is it diabetes from the sugar? Or is that something else? Y'all know what I mean. Anyway, also, if y'all coming up in here with anything on your heart that you want to talk about, that you want to share with me, share it. Because this is literally no rhyme or reason. Or should I say no structure to it. So we can just vibe out and talk for a little bit while I'm chilling outside, just kind of soaking in some sun. I'm in Virginia. And this week is supposed to be in the 70s, and baby, it feels great. Like, there's no wind gusts today. It's just pure sun. Quickly too, before I forget, I know y'all see this glow I got, right? First of all, the glow on my skin, I'm not joking. It is from Marla Renee Skincare Products. Black owned, woman owned, based in Virginia. They have a storefront in Virginia. Just Google it if you're in the area and you want to check them out. But girl, I started using a honey cleanser again, and I believe for my skin, that honey cleanser, my face is like, yep, let me soak that up and make my skin supple. Just look at it. That glow is like literally, it's. No, I didn't put nothing on my face, y'all. I did my daily routine and nothing additional on my face. No oil. Well, the oil from the, Lumi oil is on my face, but nothing extra, y'all. And literally at the end of the day, my face will look just like this. And I keep getting so many compliments on my skin. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. But am I spotty? Because if so, I can turn my Wi-Fi back on. I figured I would turn it off since I'm in the backyard. But truly, y'all go get you some Martha Renee skincare products. It is in the description box of this video. If you just go to my link tree /Soleil, any product you hear me mention where I have a discount code is in my link tree. So just click on the Marla Renee link on my link tree, and there's a code there. It is Soleil Faves, SOLIELFAVS. Get you some of these. Yes, JoJo, I promise. You just have to go in there and take their skin quiz, and they will recommend some products for you for your skin type. And everything's all natural, non-toxic, just the way I like it. So yeah, just check out the code. It'll help you at checkout. So what was I talking about? Oh, I was before Marla Renee. So I said the glow on my body. I wanted to talk to y'all about a new product. It's actually not new to me. I've been using it for over a year now, but I finally got a discount code for y'all. Don't y'all just love me? I'll put this in another video too, but I'm gonna just go ahead and share it here since y'all are live with me. But it's a company called Essentially Omi, woman-owned, black-owned, based in Virginia as well. But she has a website, and she's offering y'all actually 20% off your first order with her. So most of the other codes I share is just like anytime you order, but this particular business is a one-time code for your first order with her. And it's just Soleil 20. That's the code, SOLIEL 20. And I actually do need to go in and input that particular code on my link tree. I don't think that one is on there yet. So, but if you go to essentiallyomi.com, that's OMI, you can search for, she has tons of African products on her site, including clothing, jewelry, accessories, but then also her body butters and soaps. And I love her soaps as well, but I'm using Marla Renee actually has some good soaps that I'm using right now. But essentially Omi has these whipped body butters, and they are not like those other whipped body butters where they're like super airy and light, which is nice, but you don't get much in the bottle by the time you in the container. By the time you use it, maybe like 5 or 6 times, depending on how big you get, it's gone. Hers is like airy. It's not airy, but it's soft, super soft still, but it's dense, and it fills up a container. And the container you get by her is pretty. It's a nice size, and it's only $10. So she's not beating you over the head for her prices, her price margins. And y'all, she got me looking so good. I put some on my tummy. Is big, but I put some on my tummy, on my back. Everything looks good. All natural as well. So, can you guys hear me? Am I spotty? Like, should I turn my Wi-Fi on or not? Or are we good? I'm getting tired. I just wanted to check in with y'all and also do a check-in on me. Just talking about kind of where I am emotionally, all over the place. Not in general, because life is good right now. But I just had a moment and wanted to share it with y'all. Okay, thank you, JoJo. So it's not spotty. Because sometimes when I play back these live videos, especially when I'm outside, they get chopped up and spotty. How are you, sis? How's your pregnancy going? I was looking at my baby mama dance video this morning, and I said, oh my God, I was such a cute girl pregnant. And my stomach looked so nice. I didn't have any stretch marks on my stomach. That was good. Definitely gonna want some water after you eat one of those. Um, so another thing I've been dealing with. Good morning, Shanika. You was just watching my video, the baby mama video. Baby, can't dance worth a lick. A lick. Um, I've been dealing with myself in the area of expectations and emotions. I've come so far with just everything, like emotionally and spiritually, but of course I have not arrived. Like there's always work to be done. But another thing I'm also challenging to y'all is when you're not dealing with in general, these are relationships in general, family, friends, romantic, platonic. You have to consider the other party and where they are spiritually, how deep they have met themselves. Because, for somebody like me with the past that I've got and the history that I've got, the trauma that I had, like, it's easy for a situation to go down and somebody say, well, how did you contribute to it? Um, I was a hothead. What's this? Child, these men are something else. I'm not doing it anyway. Um, you have to consider where they are, because some people will always look to you to be the problem and the solution. Especially if they're not doing their work. Sometimes you are not the problem. Sometimes, yes, you have done your work, and sometimes they are the problem. Sometimes they have not done their work, and you can flip flop it and make it vice versa. So I always just say, be responsible in your healing and be responsible in your relations with people, because we do have a responsibility to communicate. And when we don't do that, things harbor and they fester, and relationships are affected negatively when we don't do what we're supposed to do and handle people with care. Like I used to be one of those people that treated folks like they were disposable. I really did. And I think current culture teaches us to do that. It's a balance though. Like I'm so really big on balance, because we do have to be careful with people's hearts. We do have to be careful with people's minds and emotions. We're not responsible for them. They're responsible for that. We're responsible for ours. But we do have to take some accountability in how we show up in people's lives. But they need to be doing the same thing. And it's tough when you're always the one doing it from your end, but the other individuals, I'll say, are not doing that. In a perfect world, we would always all do what we're supposed to do when we're supposed to do it. But life is definitely meant to teach us things, and it's all about, like, are we catching the lesson? And for me, I'm catching the lesson, I guess, girl. But I'm always reflecting and making sure that, like, I am being responsible with my emotions. I definitely don't always get it right, but I try to more often than not. I really do. And I honestly cannot say the same thing for a lot of people. A lot of people just are not committed to doing their work and being responsible and taking their share of the weight and accountability in situations. And that sucks. It really does. I'm glad you needed to hear that, JoJo. I definitely, of course, I can't go into too much detail about exactly what I'm talking about, but you got the message, sis, and that's all that matters. So, I just pray. My prayer is that we continue, or we start to welcome and call in more reciprocal energy into our lives. Because for me, I just know where I'm at and what I've done and the work that I've put in to get to where I'm at. And honestly, I can say, like, with a few people that have come into my life, that they are a reflection of the work that I've been doing. But life is not perfect. Like, people, we act like it's but it's not. It's not. The goal is not perfection, but harmony, and peace and joy in the midst of is the goal. But also too, when adversity comes our way, like, your work will determine how you handle it. And in those moments, you can still have peace, even when you're breaking down. Because when you're done, you rise. Like, so I just look forward to the days where I have more people in my life than not that are committed to doing their work. It's so important. I'm really looking forward to that. And like I said, I'm doing my work to keep calling in that, and I'm praying it and staying in alignment with that. And I look forward to it. I really do look forward to it. I look forward to happy and whole people. And even if you're not whole, just making sure, just making sure you're doing your work. I look forward to the days where I'm just like surrounded by a lot of people like that. I really do look forward to that. And people that are not like afraid to hold me accountable. I definitely have some folks in my life now that are doing that and have been doing that. But like I said, I welcome more of it. So in this chapter of my life, y'all, I will be 30 next year. I mean, next month. And I'm just looking forward to the new chapter, like, and how life is going to start unfolding in a new way for me because of where I am in life. I'm just looking forward to it. I'm not one of those people that's afraid of getting older. I look forward to life. I look forward to easing through life a little bit more. Because if you look at people that are like 40, 50 plus, they have an ease about how they maneuver life, and I look forward to that. And I could definitely say I'm closer to that now than when I was in my early 20s, but there's something about, especially black women, there's something about like the comforts and the essence of them when they reach a certain age. And it's like they're untouchable. Nobody's invincible, but certain things you just start to repel them. And it's like, listen, I got this much life left to live, and I'm not about to waste it by being affected by every little thing. There's a certain wisdom and experience that comes with that I'm so looking forward to. I definitely don't worry about the things I used to worry about, but I just know where I'm at now, where I'm sitting at now, that these things are happening to put me where I was just explaining that I want to be. So I welcome it. I welcome adversity. I don't want to sit in it forever, but it teaches you things, and I welcome it. I embrace it. I embrace it. I embrace the good times, the confusing times, the tough times, the great times, all the things, you know? So just kind of reflecting, y'all, because I honestly never even thought about what I would do for my 30th birthday, but now that we here, girl, still quarantining, child, still corona, child, we're still doing this corona. I don't know what my next one is gonna look like. But I think whatever I do is definitely gonna be something I want to do. I just don't know what that's gonna look like yet. I'm not even in a place to start planning for that yet. I'm just not. Let's see. Jojo is turning 30 in 3 months, and you've been having many tower moments. I've never heard of that. Tower moments. Okay. The chat keeps disappearing. So many new experiences happening in my life, all showing me better. Yeah. Yeah, just keep embracing it, sis. Adversity always comes to teach us something. And it's nice to be learning. It's nice to be alive and to feel and to experience. It truly is. It's a gift. It really is a gift. It's just how we shape our minds around what we're going through, how we perceive it, and how we push through it. So just keep going. It's tough, but you gotta keep going, girl. Especially for those little ones. So yeah, I'm not sad or anything, y'all. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm in a space of rest today, and not overexerting myself. But I just didn't want anybody to confuse that with like me being sad or something like that. Just preserving my energy. I can't say that word. Self preservation is really important. It really is important. I remember speaking to a girl a few weeks ago. She's got 3 kids, and she ended up in a similar situation with me where she loved and trusted somebody, and I think they were actually married though. I almost got to that point. I said no. Thank the Lord. But she found out that the guy was not who he said he was, and it actually turned out way worse for her than it did for me. But she was saying how like her kids come first and how she never gets to do anything for herself. And I was like, where do you find your quiet time? Like, you are not with your children 100% of the day. And she was like, you guys are lucky. Your kids, they go with their fathers. from time to time. And I'm like, didn't you say you live with your mom? She said, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, you do get a break sometimes. What about when you go to work? I said, what are you doing when you go to work? Because I was trying to figure out how she was showing up for herself because of all of the responsibility that she has. Because her husband ex-husband has no contact with her children or her, and he can't. Um, and I think she was just kind of feeling the weight of like not being able to get away from parenting at all, and that's a valid concern. But I'm like, well, you have help. It's just not from him, and she's guilty about when her mom does get to help because her mom is, apparently sickly or something like that. So people struggling out here, but I was trying to instill in her like there are moments, girl, whether it be when you're in the bathroom, which I know them kids be trying to bust in the bathroom, but when you're driving, you go to school, you go to work, when you're doing those things, that's your quiet time. Turn off the radio, turn off YouTube, and just sit with yourself and just sit with God. And those other days, turn back on the radio. Listen to something positive. Turn back on YouTube. Find somebody that you connect with and that speaks life into you. That's teaching you something that you didn't know about meditation or sitting with yourself or healing or whatever. Find those moments. You have to find those moments. They're there. And I do feel sorry for the women and single parents in general that don't get that break. I just could not imagine. Um, Whether it be for a few hours, it doesn't have to be for a whole weekend. But I definitely feel for them. But you know, I was trying to get her to understand like, no, you come first. It is a given that any nurturing mother, because some women are not nurturing. I thought all women were nurturing by nature, but I found out recently that they are not. Your average nurturing woman, it's not even a thought. You are going to take care of your kids. That's what we do. I never saw myself as a mama, but here I am killing this shit. It just comes innate. So don't even think about that. Those kids are going to get taken care of. You have to take care of yourself first. That's it. There is no way around it. And if you keep trying to act like you don't come first, your life will show you. Your mental health will show you. Your physical health will show you. Some circumstance will happen to show you that you come first. Because if and when you get sick and you're in a hospital bed, you can't take care of nobody. So don't feel guilty about having a moment to yourself. Because I think her thing was just guilt. Like, even when her mom can have them. Call on your friends. You have new friends now. If I'm out and I'm taking mine to the park, okay, let me get yours. I, if it's just for a few hours, let me get yours. Stop feeling guilty about taking care of yourself. That's your birthright. Whether you have children or not, it is your birthright to preserve yourself. That is a survival instinct to protect yourself. There are parts of your brain that trigger and go off when things happen, that fight, flight, or freeze. That is you protecting yourself. That is a natural part of what we are supposed to do. So let me read y'all's comments real quick. Hey, Crystal Boo. Okay, JoJo says my morning meditation and nightly grounding routine has really changed so much. Okay, in my life. I love that. Can you share a little bit with us about like what that routine looks like for you? Shanika says, yes, I've been doing that now. My commute is a little longer, so I put on some worship instrumental and sit and talk to God while driving. Yes, for me, driving is like, yeah, it's a perfect time to do that. Me and my son pray in the car every single morning on the way to daycare. We pray at night, but intentionally on the way to daycare or when we pull up. Or school. My son is in school. I'm grateful. JoJo says, hold on, y'all, this damn thing keep moving. JoJo says, I'm grateful I have many moments because I have a lot of help with my girls. Their dad is amazing with that and super supportive, although we split. You know what, JoJo? I am so happy to hear that. No, I'm not happy to hear that y'all split up, but I am very much aware that things just don't work out the way that you think they should, or would or could. But when both parents show up for their children, no matter what, that is commendable. That is absolutely commendable. Um, in my situation, the person couldn't have the total package, so they just, that's so crazy. I mean, anyway, I ain't gonna get all into that, but it's definitely more he could do. He just chooses not to. But we got our kids regardless, like I said. Um, yeah, Shanika, like you said, sometimes you just got to be quiet. Balance, y'all. I'm so big on balance. I'm so big on that. Crystal says, turning 30 in September of last year, I felt a huge shift and definitely moving more with intentions. Also, setting more boundaries and defining success for myself. Yes, Crystal, I'm loving watching the glow up, sis. I'm definitely loving that. I loved your video that you shared about like your relationship with like religion and stuff like that. That was really dope and very brave of you, might I add. Um, but it's such a cool thing, man, when you can move through life and look back, especially when you journal. um, you can move through life and just look back and just kind of see where you are from where you've been, and it just makes, for me, it just makes me more excited about my future. Hi, Powell. I think I'm saying your name right. Hold on, y'all. I probably won't be able to be on for long because I think my phone's gonna die soon. But um, yeah, just stay hopeful, and if something's not working in your life, just try something different. Try something different. That's it. I know that some people out here have some really messed up situations. And I always try to remind myself and my friends, especially, that we as Americans, we are very privileged and very grateful because the things that we do and we experience, we are very lucky. It's a crazy country too. But just look around at your home, your air, your heat, your vehicle, all the small things, being able to have running water, electricity. We are very grateful. Very grateful. So a lot of the self-care stuff that we share, I'm like, wow, this is so cool that we even get to do this. But then I also think about like people that don't have it as good as us. And it's like, dang, I wonder if they watch our videos, if they even have access to the internet, watch YouTube and stuff like that. Be like, those people so lucky. You get to go to a masseuse. You get to go to a float spa. You get to go get a hydration IV. Like, we are so privileged. I don't think we realize that. There's, classes and layers to it, of course, but in the grand scheme of things, race aside, all that stuff. Hi from Brazil. I'm all good. I hope you're all good. Thanks for joining us. Um, in the grand scheme of things, if you took some of that stuff and just set it to the side real quick, you know, um, we are very blessed. And sometimes I really do think about stuff like that. Like, how does all this self care stuff and even spiritual stuff, how does these even apply to people in situations in other countries that have no access to this stuff? All they have is faith. So just if that don't make you feel blessed, if that don't make you feel grateful, I don't know what will. But even back to, people in the States that have it worse than me, all I can do is pray for them, man. And I try not to give out advice or my perspective without understanding that. Because, yeah, somebody that can relate to me or that's similar to me, that lives similarly to me, can relate to what I'm saying. But if you are not as privileged and as blessed as I am, some of the shit I say, even though it makes sense to me and us in our situation, don't even apply to them. So it just keeps me humble and it keeps me grateful, honestly and truly. I really just want to share that with y'all because I was having a conversation with one of my good friends, and he did not understand when I said, we were having a conversation about race. I said, yes, y'all already know black people till I die and just good people until I die, right? But as Americans, from a bigger lens, we are highly privileged. He could not understand it. It took for him having to go home to sit on what I said to realize it. But it's true. And he actually told me, he was like, "You're right. I never thought about it like that." I know. A lot of us don't. I haven't always thought about it like that. Uh, so JoJo says, at night I do grounding meditations with my daughters. They love it, and it gives them time to set their own intentions and show why they're grateful. I love that. I really enjoy being a parent for reasons like that. Like, you get to learn new and healthier ways of doing things and doing life and pass that on. The buck stops here. Anything that we don't want to travel through our generations anymore, it stops here. And I'm so proud of you for that. Because some girls will be able to carry that with them in their lives and teach it to their children. So it's a really dope thing to be a parent, and to be a responsible, intentional parent. I made a post about that on my new Instagram, y'all. I got an Instagram. It's at the real Soleil. I made a post about that the other day, just talking about like, being an intentional parent will keep you in check. Like, there are some parents out there that are just surviving and making it day to day the best that they can. Some, they know they can do better and they just choose not to. But when you are intentional about what you're doing every single day, it is very rewarding, but it's also very hard, but it's necessary and it's doable. We can do this. And Eris, one of our good girlfriends on here, something she said really stuck with me. She said, "It is a journey, JoJo. Parenting is a journey. It's so well, it's worth it. It teaches you so much about yourself, probably things you wouldn't have even learned if you were not a parent, right?" Grateful. Again, hands up, grateful. Eris said the way that she chose to be intentional about her parenting was rewarding for her, because, and it's rewarding for her children. They're great. I don't know if she got more than one. I know she has a son, but he's a great kid. He's respectable, he's successful, and she's rewarded by that. Like, even though being a parent may have been hard, but her hard work, she's now reaping the fruits of that, and her son is too. So it's so doable. I was saying how that when we're conscious about how we parent and we do away with some of those old um, things that were conditioned into us, and given to us, like beating our kids and cussing at our kids and cussing around our kids. Like, a lot of that stuff, we just do it without thinking. But when you are conscious about what you're doing and what you're putting into your children, it is very rewarding and necessary, and better people come out of it. Better black people will come out of it. I spoke about my black experience parenting, and a white teacher that I had from high school. She watched me from the gutter to like being who I am now. She meant well, but she was saying all mommies can relate, because I was sharing about like my black experience parenting, trying to undo some of the things that I was taught and that I saw. She gonna say all mommies can relate, but she was talking about like toddlers having a meltdown or whatever. That's not what I was talking about, sis. You took one little thing you thought you could relate to and try to minimize my entire black experience parenting as a black woman. You mean well, but you need to sit down and take notes and listen and stop talking in situations that you don't know anything about. And I was like, yes, all mommies can relate to toddlers having meltdowns. That's not the subject here. When you have a sentence, there's a subject of the sentence. You took one little thing from that sentence that was not the subject and tried to make it the subject. The subject was me speaking about black parenting and how brave it is. Sorry, I think it froze up. I was speaking about black parenting and how brave it is and necessary that it is for us to change and challenge some parenting styles that we were brought up on. It's necessary. And like I said, more healthy and emotionally well people and mentally well people will come out of us doing this. So I encourage you all, if you've not heard of things like intentional parenting or conscious parenting, you don't have to adopt all of those ideals, but it's something that you definitely should look into. There's one book that I swear by, and it's down below in my Amazon store. It is called The Whole Brain Child, and also another one, The Deepest Well. Both of those are in my Amazon store. Y'all go check them out. It is going to change your life and your perspective, and you will just thank yourself for it, and your children will thank you for it. Just step outside of the box and try something different. Again, if you are having a tough time with your children and parenting them and just relating to them and understanding them, you have to do research on the brain. You have to do research on development. Understanding where your child is developmentally at every single stage is so important to how you choose and show up and parent them. It's so important. And I'm learning about it, and my son is great, and he's benefiting from me understanding and learning about this stuff, and I just want to pass it on to y'all. If you are already practicing this stuff, then leave a comment below and let somebody know how you learning and implementing this into your parenting style is changing you, or has changed, or is shaping you. It's important. It's so important. So I'm gonna go soon, probably about a minute or two, because I've gotten 2 notices that my phone is about to die. So we don't want that to happen. I think JoJo had left another comment, so let's see. Yes, I've learned so much about myself from their behavior. As many people only listen to respond, not hearing what you're saying. Absolutely, I'm guilty of that. I would ask somebody a question and don't even be listening for the answer. Or I'll be in a discussion and I want to get my point across, my points across so bad that I let them finish sometimes. And then I don't even respond to what they said. I just say what I got to say. So I'm definitely guilty, and I'm trying to get better with that. But like, I don't beat myself up because there's so much that I do way better. So I'm happy for us. I'm excited for us. I'm so hopeful for my future, my child's future, y'all's future, your children's future, your family if you don't have any kids, because you're intentional just about doing your work. And I'm happy that we connected. And I talk about y'all, be like, they're my soul tribe, y'all, my YouTube girls. Like, y'all are everything. So I'm going to go. I'm going to sit out here and just relax some more, taking this vitamin D, girl, and get some work done. And I will see y'all in the next video. If you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, go ahead and do that. It's at The Real Soleil. And get you some body butter that I have on my skin. It's down below in my link tree. Oh, I got to do that now. That's not in there yet. But by the time you see this, it'll be in there. But essentiallyomi.com. Use Soleil 20 on any of her products, including the body butter on my arm. And then for this glow that I got going on, Marla Renee skincare products is also down below in my link tree. So I saw one comment. I'm going to read that, and then I'm going to be out of here. I've had to learn to change that behavior in my personal relationships. Yeah, absolutely. I'm learning, sis. And I'm also learning a lot of other things that I'll probably get into in another video. Thank you for your support, JoJo. It was nice talking to you, girl. And I'll see you next time. Peace, y'all.